Теперь заходи в YouTube, заходи в YouTube, заходи. Жди. Пока у тебя не будет онлайн. О, запуск. Я показать не свой канал буду чекать. Прикинь, там реально куча соберет 200 тысяч просмотров. Так, стрим идет, стрим идет. Сейчас слышишь только себя. Заходи КС. Ой. Ты похрен, заходи в КС. Ты стримишь 730. Ты зашел в контру? Все видно. Все видно. О боже. Да, все робит, все видно. Я теперь себя слышу. Только измени название трансляции на турнир. Измени. Только меня слышно. Да, потому что я говорю, если как бы включить, меня не будет слышно. Трансляцию переминуй. Это давай опять. Так, зашел в YouTube. Так, и вот изменяй прямая трансляция на турнир. Напиши по-английски, чтобы еще английский видеть. Краков 2К17. Ты правильно хотя бы Краков написал? Видишь, у тебя все показывает нормально. Ну что ты пишешь? Что ты пишешь тебе? Virtus против. Теперь надпись, название К. А, все, изменилось. Сейчас покажу там КС только. Ну заходи в КС. Сейчас, тебя все видно? Не надо значок, все, просто играй в контру. Давай, заходи в КС, скажешь, когда зайдешь. 4 человека смотрят. За дебилы это смотрят. Что за говно? Ты в контру зашел? Все видно, все видно. Да, все. Возобнови. Все. Короче, пока.
They've done it. There it is. One shot will come in. It's something. As he saves his weapon and keeps limiting the economy further of Immortals, but they do take the lead now, 4-2. And it's a difficult situation for the VP side here. It's almost exactly the same as what Immortals went through last one. They've saved an AWP and a rifle, and they have to force it around. Little to nothing really. Max 7 coming out for Pasha, known to be an extraordinary shotgun player, so maybe he can cause some damage here. A couple of UMPs to balance things out as well. But Immortals, they have lost the AWP. Down to just rifles here themselves. This is a huge round. Snax aggressive once again. He's got the AWP. Flashes round, can't find anything just yet, but still wants to keep battling here. Trying the wall bang. No damage inflicted just yet.
Back off, can't get there. Nade hits and then Henny follows it up with a single bullet. It was through the edge of the smoke, but either way, he has the top banana to work with. Taz flirting with it, but it's the silenced M4 that Henny's carried over, which, he loses that inside of the smoke to get the AWP and takes back. I say benefits it because they won't be able to see. Spraying inside of it. Back and forth battle with money the whole time. SMGs and a shotgun for Pasha. A bomb back toward A. 2 players only to hold. Push back over from Neo. Quick check to Arch side. No, they are not there yet. They're going. Good find from Steel. We catch it just as we snap back into first person. Leaves only one in the A site.
Yeah.
KNG should hold for rotations. They'll push B. Bomb will wait for further information. KNG goes all the way back around factory library. Neo's a stage up. Shoulder spotted already. Steel wants to bait him out, make him go aggressive. Round's done. 5-2 for Immortals.
Absolutely. 5-1 situation. Taz on the B side, nothing can really do about that. It was a force buy from VP. We had SMGs, a shotgun there as well. Snax, he knew he had to work hard at the start. He has been hyper aggressive, but only really towards Banana. It seems that they're kind of anticipating that right now. They're nading him, as we saw. You mentioned it. He got naded on the corner, then sprayed through the smoke. He's great at going aggressive, but it seems that they've kind of got his number at this point. It's going to be Taz to go down the hands of Bolts to finish things off there. That should call for an eco of the VP side. And you've got second stage loss bonus. That means $1,900 per player. As you can see, that will coming up on your screens momentarily. It's about 2K. So nothing really can be purchased around this one. Have to take the eco. Maybe P250 is the best. 2,400 on top of this. It's not really worth it to get the P250s out. I think every last dollar is going to count at this point. Maybe just rush down middle, get it over with. See what he can do. Go with some refrags, but the thing is, Immortals have been so good at these rounds. I don't think they're giving up a single frag this time. Bialy, he gets taken down to 37 very early on in the round there.
Keep in mind that if Big didn't, well, Legia have a whiff on the pistol, not to point out one player in an overall series, but Tata won the pistol on the CT side yesterday. They were shutting down Immortals quite effectively. The fact that Immortals already are up to 5 rounds and now in control of the money is a bit worrying for VP because we know how aggressive they will get on CT. We know how in the face and confident they are. Taz is in a bit of problem, a bit of trouble. He's been tagged, burned, and pushed back. Snax is still waiting to get baited in. Snax is tagged even further, and this time finally he backs off. Meanwhile, Entrance is on A. Lucas and KNG. Neo gets one for free. Oh, Taz follows it up. Unexpectedly, they find 2, but is it enough for the round? Not necessarily. Steel certainly confirms it is not. I can't imagine Snax with 12 HP pulling off anything beyond that, so he walks through. Steel gets that kill as well. 6-2.
Had to be the full eco there. Not really much Virtus.Pro could do. I'm surprised he even got 2 frags. Neo's been a bit of a beast towards that pit area. Great positioning and nice aim as well. It's 6-2 though. It's going to have to be bit of a climb back into this game from VP. Great gun round, especially that all from Snax. Very exciting stuff, but can't afford it this time. We're gonna have 4 M4s, a UMP. Snax has to buy the UMP. They need at least one person with a kit here. All power for KNG. Like we said, he's been taking his main all-pro because he's just looked so good. Why not? And he's definitely the main all for the team, but at this event, I think they've decided that KNG, he's been the stronger player.
KNG, speaking of, the king of the castle as he climbs into Boiler. Tries to walk down, scoped in at the ready. Oh, can't find the angle. He's tagged on a 9 as well. Dinks just clipped through the edge of the wall. Or cleanly, I'm not sure. M4 suggests cleanly, but he doesn't find the shot on the AWP, and that's going to favor Virtus, even though they're pushed back ever so slightly. So a very passive hold once more in the A site. Not so much a banana. Look at the position of Snax. or the former position, I guess, as he backs off. Doesn't want to sit there with just the SMG.
They were battling for the presence at the very start, but now the utility's starting to run out for Virtus.Pro. They've got an incendiary, one flashbang and a decoy. That's it. And Immortals haven't made their final commitment yet. They're still fully equipped. They've got all their smokes, the Molotovs, the flashbangs. I don't know how VP hold this one off. I don't think there's much chance of it. Someone's have to step up and try and find a frag before they fully commit. Especially with this AWP coming in as well. KNG, 40 seconds remain. There's done significant damage to the AWP, but is that enough? They still don't have any real information. You see they're burrowed away on the A side there with the crossfires, which is fine, but the lack of utility and not being able to do much with that, I think that's a bit of a problem. Bolt's heading towards B by himself. I think he just throws one smoke and will fall back. KNG with mid control, and the teammates coming for apartments as well. Flashbang momentarily, and here's the final commitment.
Out they go. Quickly, he looked up. He's still not realized they're directly above. He will fire eventually and swings out. Still he has more company though on the balcony. Very quick rotation back, but 5 HP. No chance in saving it. KNG perfectly positioned to clothesline Virtus.Pro, and they look to be out of this round as well. Taz in 1 versus 3 is already backing off. Money is in the bin still as Virtus.Pro are about to find, I believe, their 5th in a row. Will be their 4th in a row, so it's not even a max loss bonus for VP to work with.
Yeah. And we're going to call a timeout as well for VP, which makes sense. Just need to calm things down. What's going on? The problem here? They're either going super aggressive or they're very passive. I think that round needs a mixture of the both. We had to be flashing over and challenging for a frag at least towards that mid position. It seemed very difficult to hold them off. You could see, Matt, when they're coming out of the apartments, and top side, you need to be able to smoke off one of those areas. You need an incendiary at the apartments at least, so Neo can help out Bialy towards the quad. He's had nothing to work with there. It's too much to manage. And Immortals timed their execution very well. They're going to run away with that round. I didn't think there'd be much chance for them there. Only 2 players survived for Immortals, so they say relatively modest, but their money's already skyrocketing. 2 players above $10,000 as the reinvestments come in. And Virtus.Pro, they saved the M4 sure. As you mentioned, maximum loss bonus into the next round. I mean, if you lose 5 rounds in a row, you get $3,400 per player. But that's saving for right now. There's not really much you can do. You can justify some 5-7s, maybe some HE grenades, made down towards Banana, try and challenge that. But Immortals have been so good. They've been so disciplined. They're not giving anything away at the very start. Anything you want to try and do is aggressive at the very start. You're not finding anything.
Here we go.
So we get PP50s as the flaps come back in. Smoke grenades, flashbangs, no kits. It's up to Taz to try and find some frags. And do it for number 10. 7-2 is the overall scoreline here. Then Porsche comes through. And VP find anything with the situation. They're the sort of team that always seems to, Matt. Maybe they can do it again here.
Remains to the top of Banana. No damage really taken from it. Neo aggressive with the P250 finds one, looks for a second, he's got a chance as Steel's on the run. But Steel's got the better gun and he finds both Pasha and Neo. Bolts gets his way into the cubby at the top of Banana. Snacks is the next in line. Taz on the M4 has to back well off. 5 HP. And where does he even hide at this point? The last place he'd look is in death. He'll go to the graveyard. Bialy with the P250 is all that remains there for at B. Do economic damage at this point, do anything. Because Immortals are in a very good position in this map.
They are. I have to say, Immortals, they're playing this perfectly so far, Matt, in terms of the way they're approaching the game and waiting for VP to make the first move, bleeding them out, and once they know they've got nothing left in terms of the money situation, they're reading it perfectly every single time as well, going together as a 5-man unit, only giving away about 1 frag each round. It's looking very promising for them. They're going to be ending up winning the half this time, 8-2. Virtus.Pro though, trying to save the M4A4. We did say they'll get a lot of money next round. We have a timeout coming in. Virtus.Pro in the previous, do they call it again? It makes sense. You don't want to start down for Immortals right now. Everything's going so well. Stick to it. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Well, that was one thing we did say about the original usage of Forge when that was implemented in August of 2016. It's almost a full year now. Is that you could break momentum. And I remember Liquid doing it at ESL New York last year and talking to Hiko, and he said it's almost very frustrating, but it makes sense. Late game, just slow the pace down, break the other team, even if they're getting ahead. If you win a round, slow it down so that they have to think about the frustration. But at this point, Virtus.Pro with the max loss bonus, yeah, it makes perfect sense. And you're already pointing at what I think you're pointing at.
Well, yeah, it's the double orb setup on the CT side. This is actually a tactical timer from Immortals to note as well. Double orb setups with Pasha. We talked about this in the pre-game. He's been fantastic for VP in terms of finding form in the AWP again. He's definitely been pivotal at finding the success to get into the semi-finals so far. But you can see still, there's lovely work just to stay alive, holding a decent position, making them come to him. It was a really nice work, and we go to run number 11. It's the double up setup. When things get a bit desperate, this is normally the go-to procedure. So Pasha and Snacks. I'd like to see Snacks be a little bit more passive. Sure, he's had 2 great frags so far, but that's all he's got now. He's on 2 for 7 right now, and for someone as kind of well-versed in the CT side or on Inferno, you expect him to maybe just hold the lines a little bit more at this point and stop challenging so emphatically at the very start. He does go towards Banana, uses the nade, not bouncing flashes over this time, so still hunting for the frag, but not committing to the full corner peek here.
Starts to go high in the sky as Snacks behind the bags, gets partially blinded. Aggressive stance from Virtus.Pro toward Boiler. They are known for it in the previous version, not so much in Inferno. Again, their map stats don't really suggest that they've been playing this map often or well. Snacks tries for the new existing wall bag. So too does Lucas toward the Atrium. Top quad boost for Immortals. Excuse me, for Virtus.Pro.
The scary thing about this for Immortals is they're just running defaults every single time and finding great success. They haven't had to change their game plan whatsoever. They've been controlling the money and the pace of the game, and Virtus.Pro haven't really had the answer for it so far. If Immortals are chucking a banana rush at some point into it, I'm not sure you better hold that off. But for now, it looks like they head back towards B after showing presence in the middle. We can see the CD's a bit more aggressive this time. We have Pasha on the corner, also Bialy backing him up as well. I think he might be boosted up on quad. He is indeed. So they're actually challenging this time, and it could work out for them. Here comes the first frag. Bialy can't find it. It's up to Pasha now. Trying to do what he can. Hits the shot. Has to fall back.
And it's a perfect bait and switch, but it doesn't work for Neo because they chase the off. By that time, they walk around the corner. Still, Lucas finds the kill. Snacks is pushed out of B. Bomb has not gone this way too often. It's usually mid to late with big advantages. This time, it's 17 seconds when the bomb goes down, and Snacks, they know the AWP is in position, but he's alone for a while, in fact. Doesn't even look like he fancies it on a double off. Retake, and if Snacks hit the first one, you might give him a chance. He's the most unorthodox in these situations, but Immortals are going to go 9-2. This is not at all the start Virtus.Pro wanted. Remember, it's their second game today in this building. First one was very successful against North.
Yes, absolutely.
This one's taking a while to burn into it.
Well, it's like we said, it's a map we don't usually see them on that often, and Immortals have looked very good on this recently. The first team to shut down big on this map. They were 3-0 here. They shut down SK Gaming, FaZe, Cloud9. Immortals were the first team to beat them on it. So
Taz is positioned close enough with the CZ that he can take advantage of Snacks' information. If Snacks doesn't hit the first shot, they'll likely flood to the site, which is exactly what's going to happen. So watch for Taz, and he gets both. The devil on top takes everyone down below.
what an absolutely nuts round there. Pasha, you're absolutely right. They're the sort of team that sees that one round that gets them fired up and realizing they're not out of the game just yet. 9-2 down. I wouldn't be surprised they finish this 9-6 now. They did take 3 Hawks in the previous round. Lovely shot from Pasha. Knows he has to work hard. The second was great. But what on earth was this? Boom! Through the smoke. Picks it up. 3 Orps down the CD side for Inferno. Neo with the third. He used to be the primary Orp for Virtus.Pro. Let's see if he can get anything done here. Nades towards V at the start, and Pasha actively hunting for frags here down middle. It's Neo in the apartments with the third.
Neo. Missing for the opponents.
Can you imagine?
That would have been incredible. Good leg shot on to steal, at least, for damage. And they stay with a triple op. Fair enough. Why not just get 5 out, boys?
Well, we go towards the A side, towards apartments again. This will be a fast commitment, a change of pace. All 4 players here, flashed out by Henny. Neo with the orb is not ideal. Surely he gets taken down here.
Good shot, Neo. Shotgun AWP, no chance of a second from behind. He's there. He's still out there to find another, but Neo still continues on the balcony. Goes back with the deagle. Flash himself back into position. That'll allow the alley to repeat as well. As they go for it, they'll push them back. Taz shows up. Taz puts them down and misses the Virtus.Pro coming alive.
Yeah, now they're getting stuck in. Then they get rid of, oh no, they still have 3 orcs. I think, yeah, Neo's just like, you know what, that's enough for me.
Yeah, enough's enough. That was awkward.
I've had my fun. He hits some great shots, both nose goes right, but there's not an ideal weapon there. Absolutely not. He was lucky to stay alive as long as he did, bailed out by the alley at that point. If he hits that shot, yeah, fair play, keep it, you're on fire. But I think this is the right choice. Get rid of that 3rd orb, and we go into another standard round here. Passer now, he's looking like he's feeling it. 3 players towards B, it's a banana rush. I said it could be coming back, will it work out?
But there's still a few leagues off the shore. Well, they fight the flashing roar. There's 2 inside of the site still after getting 1 kill, and I assure you it's not what they expected it to be. And they'll still taste the hook of a doll hook in their lips because Snacks is still waiting. They're still waiting. It's as useless as a rod without a reel if he doesn't get baited in, but he's still going to go. He's waiting. He's lining. He's got 1. They still have no idea, but he misses the 2nd shot. Captain spotted napping with his first mate at the wheel. He's still alone and alive, down by bolts and an aid. Spiali goes back for more. Steel, Henny, and Bolts have the sight, but Bialy has an AK. He's got 1 already. Good response from Henny. Great quick skills on the AWP, but Neo, the next in line. He's got it down to a 1-on-1, no plant, 58 seconds. They can afford to get into an exchange before bomb does go down, and Henny is more than welcome to it because the AWP has a favorable angle at new box. Only 2 ways to get through for Neo. Flash was already thrown. He has no further nades to work with. There may be some down toward Coffins. I didn't quite catch what was left on the players that passed. And Henny's starting to second guess himself. And Neo's playing it well because he was going to commit to the plant, but Henny pays off with patience. And Immortals get their first round in a few. But there's still money on the Virtus.Pro side as we head to round 15. Looking 10-4, they want 5 on the board.
I said it was coming. It's been such a default, slow-paced game from Immortals. The moment they throw that B rush in there, it's going to be chaotic. And Snacks, he could have caused so much damage there as well. The fact he was stuck in the cubby for so long behind the smoke, but he's had the worst weapon for the job. As soon as you fire 1 orb with a 2.5 reset, you've got to try and get back in the cover. If he doesn't nail that 2nd shot, he's done for. Could have been something marvelous, but Neo in the 1v1 clutch couldn't pull it off. Great play from Henny, very disciplined, very patient. And we go to the final round here, but it's KMG with the AK-47 headshot. That's going to be their cue to go. This is classic Immortals now. Get 1 kill, fully commit, but Neo's going down by the fight.
Flash high though, they're still pushing. He's not going to have the gun drawn. He's not going to be ready in time for Lucas. Bialy now has all the pressure applied to him because he has no idea what's going on toward quad. He knows they're in the site. Actually, I'm not even sure he spotted both going through the smoke, so they're there, they're planting, and Lucas is watching him. And 11 rounds looks the likely score for Immortals. Smoke off in front of Library.
Yeah, well, no saving now. Last round, 4 versus 2 situation. Snacks and Taz without kits here as the bomb gets planted as well. Snacks found. Taz, you've got an impossible task ahead of you. Is there any chance you can make any sort of dent in this one?
Double smoke down the first set of acid cap. He's already tagged. They're going to have heard that. They're going to know Lucas is swinging. They're spraying, and they'll find it. 11-4 for Immortals, an incredibly good half. You've got to give them credit. They controlled the pace all the way through, and even when the economy got close, they won the important rounds, and they got the momentum.
Just really nice game of CS from Immortals. I can't commend them enough for that. In terms of the defaults, the final plays, the baiting out of the utility from the CTs, controlling that money as well, reading that situation perfectly. They didn't lose anything to the pistols, really. They didn't lose any rounds to any deagles, 5-7s, and that's very rare in CSGO to have a clean half like that. The one round they did lose to pistols when the double orbs was out, and we had a completely nuts round from Pasha. That's understandable. Those will happen from time to time, but still, they'll be very happy with that. 11-4 on the T half. A huge struggle now for Virtus.Pro, but if ever there was a team to do it, and a major semi-final, this would be the 5 men you want on the server. The highlights right now, Lucas doing some good work there on the A side, even more so that final kill on Taz. So, pistol buys come in, just before we get into it. 2 smokes, a few flashbangs here, Molotovs as well, with HE grenades, 3 of those. That's quite rare on the T side. They'll be using those towards Banana, presumably. This could be a straight up Banana commitment. If you get a kill with these HEs at the very start, you can just get into that B site. I'm sure that's why they'll be throwing them at the start. So the Lucas and Henny, quite a formidable duo, as indeed Virtus.Pro do head in. The nades land, but no damage inflicted. It's a passive hold from the CT side.
Push aggressive, Neo. Jumps across, he's already actually bypassed Lucas, but not the twin brother Henny. And Lucas will find the second on entry. It's Biawi that goes down. Fast play from KNG to go for the flank. Snacks to shut them both down. And he might. Oh, he might indeed! How does Snacks always find position? He is so sneaky. And with the bomb planted, he managed to save them the round. They're in a 2 versus 2. Oh! Found it, the smoke by Henny as he gets aggressive. Crosshair placement, I think, may have revealed that because he was staring down the wall the whole time. Taz, not your usual suspect in a clutch, and then he gets shut down. It'll be 12 rounds for Immortals. Snacks did all that he could.
He thought that was enough, right? When he has those sort of plays, he lets people walk by him. And the discipline and the patience as well to find the 2. 1 bullet at the perfect time. Wasn't quite enough in the retake. Stellar from Immortals, I have to say. Lucas especially staying alive for that amount of time. He's the original B player. Goes to Ruins after finding 2 kills. Waits for his teammates, a shot through the smoke. I want to see that from his POV if we can. That seemed absolutely nuts. We'll see what happens here. His Snacks. It doesn't get much better than this. You think that's the round done. But no, it wasn't. It is indeed 11, no, 12-4 now after winning the pistol, and we've got the force fight coming in from Virtus.Pro. 1 AK-47 for Taz. Neo with the head armor as well. Not everyone commits, I'll be fine. So we go to the first gun, and Taz probably goes down to a Tech 9. That's if they don't win this round. It's an audacious approach, we'll see if it works out, but it's up to Taz now to deliver something quite special at a desperate time.
And they have to go for it. Patch has already pushed down Rush and Banana. If they had a bit of crossfire established, which Taz does get at least 1, they could have capitalized on that. When they get out in the open at the top of the stairs, they'll smoke it off instead. Lucas sprays through to find 1. Thankfully, for the sake of Virtus.Pro, it's not Taz on the AK that goes down. They will pick up the SMG that they pushed with. The first kill found against Henny left that in the open. And they'll adjust it, take the palm back over toward the apartment, stack position toward the balcony itself.
Still a 4-on-4. Time to work up here as well, but not really much in terms of your utility. It's going to be a nice position from Bolt. Could get caught out. Nice HE. Doesn't be eye taken down. Doesn't work out. They've got to commit at this point, but Bolt mowing them down with the SMG. I think he's done enough. His teammates rotating as well. Still taken down. Snacks has a chance here with the AK-47. What on earth was that?
More than a chance. He picks up the AK from Taz and gets them all. Low HP found the headshot, and if we get the replay, watch the spray transfer. Lightning fast from Snacks, and they'll steal the round. Gets tagged, stays on 100 and down to 4 as he gets the second after hitting KNG. My God, that was fast.
Taz couldn't believe it. It's just like, what in God's name was that? Oh my goodness, they're back. Just when things are looking bleak. The AK-47, the solo AK, it's made an appearance here once at the minute so far, and the hands are simple. It delivers once again. Snacks. That was something special. Round for 18. CZs, the Eagles 5-7s. It's a force fight from Immortals in return, but Virtus.Pro now. That's the lifeline they needed. It's got to take it round by round at this point. Immortals to try and give them the exact same treatment in return here. Can they do anything with the CZs?
Snacks is a hero. Sits with the AWP on the bait, almost gets the pistol round back. Twice overlooked in that time.
Yeah, he set up the play today.
How fast was that? They wouldn't even know what hit them. KNG does go back out for 1 more. They've got to be careful because the SMG goes to an untradeable position at the Archers. Taz tries to spray it down. Him backing off is going to cause for concern as well, because if he rotates to the library, what's going on around Moto? Where's the second player that's waiting to be pulled towards? Oh. Touchdown with the nade. Snacks goes to 50. Check at the smoke, and rightfully so. But they'll back off. They don't have enough information to commit. They can't give away any guns. Lucas doesn't land with the decoy. Smoke down, slows the play. 30 seconds to go, and he's going to wait plunges 2. So a little bit further back, it means they're deeper in the site by the time he's spotted. Push through, blinded up, but overlooked. The captain set the smoke cross. Pass has got to push all the way around. And Henny does get back in, and Lucas is joined. They've got it all in control. A pinch of less than 15 seconds, and it's down to just Taz with Bolt still in hand. Low HP gets the second, but Bolts is in better position with the AK picked up. And another round stolen back, and Immortals regain control.
You can see Virtus.Pro don't feel comfortable in those sort of rounds. The game plan wasn't as clean, wasn't as crisp as what the Immortals were bringing to the table on their anti-force buys. You can see they were trying to gain that map control, find the first pick. As soon as Immortals got their first kill, Virtus.Pro went into panic mode. The smokes up. I'm not really sure what they're going for there. You can see that doesn't really make much sense. There's lots of angles and gaps available for them. CTs weren't flashed. That was sloppy, unfortunately. And see round number 19, 13-5 has to be the force buy in return. Snacks, he's got the AK-47. Tech 9's around him. Trying to find another wondrous play here, but I don't think it's going to happen because they're getting completely melted by the Molotovs here. Near under 30 points of health, and the CT's looking to battle here as well.
Good find. They pull Henny out for the depths of the site, and he had no one with him. The problem is the gun's not yet grabbable. It is as soon as they go for entry. Smoke down to CT. That should be soon. It's damaging. Switched over to Lucas is just going to be on cleanup, and that's exactly the case. So well controlled and contained again by the Brazilians. 14 rounds, 2 to go. And map 1 will be done.
Look at the money map. What do you do here? Pick your poison time, really. You either allow Immortals, take an eco and allow Immortals to get to match point, or map point I should say, with 10 in the bag, or you force buy and try and steal it away. Like I said, they have to allow, they're not purchasing a single thing here. Blocks, 10 map points for Immortals, that's okay. If they somehow win their own 1PT50, I don't see a world that happens, but we'll see if they can cause any sort of damage here.
And they go again from Taz, so they find the opening pick. That's not been the problem, it's the guns and the lack thereof. As Taz gets steal as well, Bolts is still able to resume the lead for Immortals. Pick your poison. Poison will be played for overtime at this point unless Taz does something, I would say, even bigger than what Snacks did in New York at this point. Goes all the way back down to the bottom of the alt mid. Bombs dropped as well at the bottom of Banana. That's not even the concern at this point for Immortals.
Short 10 rounds to be possible at this point, but we'll see what they can do. Round of 21, 5 AK-47s, smokes available, flashbangs there as well. Double AWP set up though. This is where Immortals, they're the most deadly. KNG and Henny holding lines, flashy plays, and Henny, he's delivering the first shot, taking down Neo.
I'm beginning to an end and a ceaseless stumbling on. They'll go back toward the same position. And he wants more. Good timing on the flash. Looks down to avoid the second one, which isn't common on an AWP to move so quickly. And he gets the shot on Pasha as well. Jumps over further information. Goes to the wall on Snacks. 2 men down and no map control for Virtus.Pro. No round aside from an eco in the second for VP. Snacks gets a little bit of banana control to work with. Taz and Biawi though go back toward A, which has not yet been contested too often or commonly, and KNG on the second AWP is in a position where he's going to get smoked off at Arch. That pushes him back, but it still means they have to confront him eventually. Look at Snacks' lurk though, double smoke. Oh, this could be huge. This could be everything for Snacks. Lucas is going to have no idea. He's opened up position. Bomb's heading back toward B. If he gets the second kill as well, oh, he doesn't realize he's not going to go for Henny. He's going to actually cut off rotations, but doesn't get the gun in time. A bit of confusion on the call. I think Bialy was hoping they would rotate back over toward B. If he just circled to find Henny, they may have opened B, but now it's all to play for. 4 versus 2, 4 versus 1, and it's all going to be done. Bolts gives Immortal the win. Map 1 in a best of 3. It's 2 to go. But it might not even get that far if they keep playing as they are.
Yeah, unfortunately for Virtus.Pro, as I mentioned just before that one concluded, in terms of their general approach, it seemed that they were lacking. The rounds they were winning was down to some amazing plays from individuals. It wasn't a team effort. It felt like 16-5, that kind of tells the whole story. Sure, we had some really hype moments there, and some crazy kind of rounds that were unexpected, and some really clever stuff from Snacks, but generally
let's roll.
You cockers.
Fucker.
Oh, suck me the hood.
Hey, they can't even hatch your head.
You chop.
Алло, Захар. Ну чё там? Не только хайпился. Да, Захар, да подумаешь, другого аккаунта тебе накручивали лайки подписчиков, какая разница? Один подписчик. Блин. Подумаешь, что? 5 дизлайков уже. Нормально. Подумаешь. Чё ты молчишь-то? Это же хайпился. О, 6 дизлайков уже. 6 лайков. Сейчас, наверное, будет мясо. Чекай, 15 дизлайков. Ну ладно. На тебя, кстати, кто-то подписался даже. Кто-то подписался, но не мы. Это не мы, это честно. Я не знаю, кто это. Че? О, 7 дизлайков. Тима за этих даунов был. Тима за этих даунов был. Он на тебя подписывался и лайк ставил. Да, за всех. У него много аков. А, это Данил подписался. Вот эти два. О, 7 дизов. Уже 8. На самом деле сожалею. Че, Захар, будешь турнир дальше стрелять? Зачем? Давай.
VP, they're down one map already to Immortals, and as a result, they must win. That goes without saying. We switch to Mirage. I'm a little more hopeful on that map for them, but I still think Immortals' playstyle has looked quite good.
Yeah, Immortals look fantastic, I have to say. They've turned up to this tournament in very impressive style. Inferno was great for them, but like you said, we do move on to Mirage, and that's where Virtus.Pro are going to feel more at home. I don't think we're messing around at all here now. We're getting straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. Second map is Mirage. Immortals start on the CT side here, Virtus.Pro on the T side. 3 sets of armor to the Snacks and Neo with the smoke grenades. Having a look at the vibe of the CTs as well. We have a kit for Steel, a couple of flashbangs there. Expecting something a little bit out there, maybe an aggressive play, but Henny and Steel right towards the connector. KNG and Lucas, here we go, some aggressive stuff towards that lower ramp.
Our ramp push is actually interesting as well with the Palace positioning. Because with everyone right now trying to sell over toward B, if they go too soon on this and they don't get the information, they'll be walking basically into a reverse position, and then you wouldn't expect to check. Good shot, bolts onto Snacks. KNG gives up the angle toward Palace. He still reads the fact that they've dropped in. Bomb plant is essential. Good shot, KNG as well to shut down Taz therefore. Bomb goes for the plant. KNG is looking absolutely monstrous. Lucas as well gets Biawi. It's all on to Neo. Just hold that, defuse. 10 seconds, feel free. It's all about kill money at this point for Neo.
Absolutely brilliant stuff there from KNG. Shutting them down single-handed as they made their way towards the A side. And he gets the final kill as well. Nothing really picked up by Virtus.Pro. Did a bit of damage towards Bolts. That's it. The bomb gets planted, but a clean sweep on the Brazilian side. Still brings up the shotgun. Famous there as well. Lucas with the M4A4. Not going to see rifles, of course, from Virtus.Pro. They will bring out the Tech 9s, PD-50 to full commitment. They've got 5 smokes here, though, and we'll see whether they can potentially go with the A execution here. Definitely viable. We'll see if they can get the plant. That's the main thing here. Once the bomb goes down, anything's possible. But we have got 3 rifles available for Immortals here. 2 M4s, Famous, and an MP7 to work with here. Still on that shotgun. He goes towards the B-bomb side, of course.
Slow play to start again for Virtus.Pro. Smokes down A main, Pasha goes through it. KNG doesn't really care that he does. He's adding to his kills very early on. King of the castle again so far. Bolts will get Biawi. Bolts will do better than that. From lost out of ammo, unfortunately, that means he's out of life, but rounds to Immortals quite convincingly.
Lovely work from KNG once again. He really is getting fired up now into this best of 3.
And what a player. Let's talk about that for a minute, because going into the qualifier, I wasn't, and even the minor, I wasn't sure I was convinced that this team would recover from losing FNX, making so many quick roster changes. Remember, they had Zeus, the coach, former coach of SK, for them at one point in time. They got rid of Showtime, and then they brought in FNX, and then it went to, obviously, KNG, which I had my doubts about.
Yeah.
He's been amazing in this event for them.
I don't think anyone was that excited the prospect when he first joined. He was a primary author for his former team. Coming to this one as well, they already had Henny. It didn't really seem to make much sense, especially the fact they lost FNX, their, I guess, undoubtedly best player. And to be fair, KNG's been an absolute beast for them. I've been enjoying his addition very much. Looks fantastic. Good HE grenade there as well. Does so much damage. Bialy and Taz and Pasha take that to the face. And there's the bolts now to spray them all down. He's been set up by KNG, and he finds the frags required. Getting for the 4th. Can't quite get it, but it's going to be another very clean round there from Immortals. That was the eco from Virtus.Pro. 3-0 start though. Bit of a bonus round situation as well. Considering Steel, he's got that shotgun. Same story for Henny with the MP7 as well, but he dropped the shotgun. Okay, no he doesn't. It looks like they're going to be adjusting the rolls as the orb comes out. Okay. They didn't want to go for the bonus round, Matt. They want rounds on the board. They didn't want money in the bank.
Keep the pressure on Virtus.Pro. Don't give them any room to breathe. Try and choke out this crowd. 6-0 is what KNG sits at after 3 rounds. Henny, interesting position. Is he trying to one-way this? Oh, that is actually so nifty. First time we've seen that all week. No, it's on.